Tyler Perry has announced that he will be halting an $800 million expansion of his Tyler Perry Studios. He was going to put $800 million in expanding his studios. Why? Because OpenAI text to video model called Sora is going to give him everything he needs. And he said that the AI, he said, I no longer would have to travel to locations. First of all, I watch Big Dicks and Bad Acting. You ain't traveled to no locations in that. There's the strip club, there's Madam's house, and then there's an apartment that is everybody's apartment with different furniture moved around. It's very cheap furniture. As much as money as these men make, I can't, and there's a couch and there may be a picture somewhere. I don't know that you was traveling to locations, but okay. And he said, and if I want snow in Colorado, it's just a text, which is a game changer. And the expansion of his studios would have added 12 sound stages to the 330-acre property. Now he's going to put all that on hold thanks to the development. And this debuted February 15th, and it stunned observers. He said, you know, being told about this is one thing, but actually seeing the capabilities was mind-blowing. He said, I'm very, very concerned that in the near future, a lot of jobs are going to be lost. And he admitted that he used AI in 2 recent projects that will be announced soon. Is it the one that Kelly Rowland's in? I'm not sure. And who's seeing that? Have you seen that? Because it wasn't on my list. I think it's on Netflix, but I haven't seen it. Even though it's called Mea Culpa, and I love Kelly Rowland, but I just can't bring myself to do it. And he said that kept me. He said the one AI. Oh, so he was in it. He said it kept me out of makeup for hours. In post and on set, I was able to use the AI technology to avoid having to sit through hours of aging makeup. Ooh, so for people who don't like to be creative and excellent, this AI is going to be everything. Or maybe for people who are super creative. I'm not sure. What are y'all's thoughts?
So here's the thing. It's not, I don't look at it as that in that regard. I just look at it as we're arriving on the timeline of machine learning earlier than most people wanted to admit. Because just last year we were talking, not even last year. Well, I mean, yes, last year, but like at the end of the year, we're talking about what just stories, AI created stories and software that is going to take the job of writers and blah, blah, blah. And we were purely focused on that. I don't think anybody who was in that conversation even saw this coming. Where
I think they did. That's why the strike lasted so long. I think,
but video, where so imagine the same thing that you open Chat GPT, right? You say, I want you to make me a poem that has about the skies and the stars and da 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 da, and then you hit the enter, and in an instant, the poem.
Right.
What this does is, I want to see that.
Right.
And in an instant, the digital
or take my video and age me 50 years. So, Smith, what was that movie you loved that Martin Scorsese did where it had De Niro? Irishman. Mm-hmm. And it looked like a really bad version, but they've improved it, right? Because they did the CGI. That's what we call it, CGI. I think in Ant-Man, Michael Douglas, I think they CGI'd him to make him younger, you know, in that movie as well. And now we're talking, this is free. It's open source, so to speak.
Correct.
Now creators can just type
it.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's people's a problem.
Work. Yeah.
Like it's all derivative. It's not my problem with all this is that it feels like the biggest grift going right now. Like the next thing after NFTs and you know, like cryptocurrency. Like a lot of this stuff isn't as advertised in the first place because it's stealing. And then repurposing stuff that it didn't pay for and being like, it created this thing. It's like, no, it stole Samuel L. Jackson's likeness and did this thing. And we actually have rules about paying people. I can't wait to see when someone does this the opposite way and uses the IP of these big ass companies and goes, I made this with OpenAI. I can do what I want to with Mickey Mouse. And it's like, that's when I think we'll get some laws on the books. Because all this stuff, like whenever you see something come out of like Simi Valley or whatever, Silicon Valley, whenever you see something come out of Silicon Valley, it's always just, we're ahead of the rules. We're ahead of the laws.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so eventually somebody's going to get messed up so bad that we're going to have to pass some laws because right now, it's only being used as a way to like steal people's work. And I'll be interested to see what Tyler Perry does with it, and I want to see the work that he said he's done already, and if we can tell the difference.
But specifically, it's just location. So I can now do giant green screen, have my actors, pay them, but the background is a digital rendering.
Yeah.
That was done by AI better
but
than
which
anything
is something that he's
CGI.
already been able to do. They filmed Black Panther on the set of the green screens in Atlanta. Like, so
Right.
he's already got technological capacity that is above and beyond what many Hollywood studios can do. I need to see this with my own eyes to see if this is another leap or not, you know, because there are technological leaps that like a lot of people don't know. Cheo Coker's been talking about this a lot on his Twitter. The Batman all filmed inside. Like, that movie is filmed on a set inside, even the outside scenes. That's insane. That's
Avatar.
technology.
Avatar, the first and the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's that. Like, so like there's technological leaps.
Room.
But the difference with those leaps is they're not seen as replacing the actor.
But I think so again. But again, though, if you look at this, so what it is in that setting, even with that, there's a production facility, there's a handful of people, there's coders, there's CGI digital guys. Here's I type in a prompt and the background.
Well, I understand the concept. I'm saying until the concept can be proven, like you need to put something out that is successful that fools an audience enough for it to work.
Like a moon landing,
situation. You know, you need to have where 2 or more people see the movie and they agree. They need so you until because right now a lot of this stuff is talking, and it makes me wonder if like he's not promoting almost Sora. You know, like if this isn't an ad,
I
if this
feel
isn't like
he is.
Yeah, if this isn't like Oprah showing up at the award being like, you know what I heard is good as Ozempic. And I'm like, how much stock? Like, what's the So that's what I want to know with this Tyler Perry thing is like, what's in it for you? Because this makes you look like a jerk. It doesn't like nobody listening to this is like, man, that's gonna be cool. He's like, it's gonna lose a lot of people jobs. I'm not building the thing for the community anymore, and I built everything around here saying I'm helping the Black community out. You're willing to say that in public for an ad for Sora? What you getting out of that? Other than you got to be getting something more than just saying it.
You already know.
Next week we're gonna see the moon landing from last week. We're gonna see it.
Jesus,
we'll see the footage.
And as a shout out to Nubia, they're enticing me to watch Mea Culpa because of Trevante, and I think I might have to. All right, so there's that. Also, when we come back,
Trevante Rhodes.
Yes, he's in it. Apparently, I didn't know.
You didn't hear what his
family did? What did he do?
In the 90s?
Oh man!
You know
before he blew up.